Alright guys, welcome back to Prophet Plays. We're going to be doing a different version of Lantern this time. That kind of popped up in the Lantern Discord. Somebody decided they wanted to mash up Scam and Lantern and see if it would be any good. They couldn't really provide any testing uh, for this deck, so I figured why not load it up and do it myself. So you got your pretty standard green-black lands here for a Lantern deck. You got 4 Blooming Marsh, 4 Llanowar Waste, Twilight Mire, which is a little different from what we would normally run, the green-black filter. 4 Urza Sagas, you got 2 copies of Swamp, 1 copy Forest. You got your Inventor's Fair and a Boseiju. You got your standard Lantern package for the most part. The 4 Thoughtseize, 4 Stirrings, 4 Shredders, 4 Lanterns. You got Pixis over here, down here. Underworld Cookbook, now Spellbomb for your Graveyard Hate, Haywire Might, a Pithing Needle. So this is a little different. It's only running 1 Pithing Needle. I personally prefer 2, at least 2. Most of my lists run 3 in the main deck. Then you get your Scam package a little bit here with your Surgicals, Bloodchief's Thirst Removal, and then you have your Malachir Rebirths for Grief, and you also run 4 Orcish Bowmasters. And of course, we've got the 4 ensnaring bridges as per what Lantern wants to be doing. Their list did not include a sideboard, so I just kind of plugged in my standard green-black sideboard. We're gonna have those 2 Dauthi Voidwalkers for some more graveyard hate, aggression against control decks where we don't really want bridge. We got 2 Seal of Primordium over here, just set and forget enchantment and artifact removal. I got 1 copy of Life from the Loam, again for control decks. When we're taking out bridges, we can use Life from the Loam to recur Urza Saga, keep making constructs getting in that way and winning the game. 1 copy of Conduit of Worlds. I think I'm probably the only Lantern player who plays this card, but I love it. It's basically Crucible of Worlds, letting us play lands out of our graveyard, but it also lets us cast spells out of our graveyard. So if they remove our bridge, we can land a Conduit of Worlds and then later on play the bridge again. Or any of our other important pieces, any lanterns, and if we have to crack a lantern, if we decide to pop a shredder into our graveyard, especially in this list that's not running any rainbow lands to be able to play an Academy of Ruins, this basically takes the place as a 4-mana Academy of Ruins. We got 2 Welding Jars for some protection over here. Personally, I'm getting a little bit away from Welding Jar, as most of the enchantment and artifact removal that's being played now is exile-based. Cast into Fire, Haywire Might, Leyline Binding, stuff like that. The Welding Jar just doesn't protect against. Grafdigger's Cage is over here for the Scam matchup, for Yogg combo. Curse Totem, turning off activated abilities of creatures is good. 2 Damping Spheres for Tron, since that's getting big again. Spell Sky is a little bit more protection for our lock pieces that Welding Jar might not protect against. And we have 2 Torpor Orbs, turning off those end of the battlefield abilities of creatures that can be very painful for us, especially things like Grief, as well as pretty much anything. Reclamation Sage, which I've seen a lot of. I've actually seen Elves playing that main deck now. So, just a pretty standard sideboard here. So let's get this into some games, and we'll see you guys in just a moment.